Alright, if you're wondering why I was absent for YouTube for a few days unexpectedly, well, the answer is I was feeling really disappointed and any reviewing energy was kinda seeped out of me. That segues into my review pretty well. First off, I need to fully acknowledge that I perfectly well know that most people are over the moon about this movie. It has 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, more than the Avengers and Civil War, and so many people are saying it's the best Spider-Man film ever. And I'm sorry, I just can't agree with that. Now, do I think it's a bad film? Oh, not at all. It was just disappointing. In fact, I defend it as an okay to good one. It just doesn't stand out well as a good Spider-Man film, which is the most important thing it needed to be. The story this time centers on Peter Parker, 2 months after he fought with and against the Avengers in Civil War. He is really wanting to be an Avenger, but Tony Stark wants to keep him close to the ground, even after using him as a tool to help himself in the last film. Among this is a villain called the Vulture, played by Michael Keaton, coming into the picture, stealing artifacts from past Avengers battles, and making them into highly destructive weaponry. This entails Spider-Man to try and stop him. The plot is very simple, but, at least there is one. The presence of 6 screenwriters does show. Many times, though. I'm going to make this a shorter, non-spoiler review, because a lot of my problems with this film need to be discussed in a spoilery format. Because a lot of my issues just come to details that might ruin the film for people if I said them in my non-spoiler review. The best thing most of us are saying about the film is how fun and hilarious it is. And I'd say I agree. I wasn't bored for a second watching this. It was for the most part really entertaining. But sadly, there's nothing under the surface. There's not an inch of emotional weight anywhere in this film. And as sadness is supposed to be an enduring theme of the character, not even once referencing Uncle Ben totally removes the powerful motivation the character has had in pretty much every single other version we've gotten. His main motivation here is that he wants to impress Tony Stark and be an Avenger. And that's not enough and betrays the fundamentals of the character. Tom Holland gives a great performance, but he actually isn't given much to do in terms of an arc. Sure, there's something there, but it's so flimsy and shallow it might as well not be. Everyone else is pretty great, but again, not really utilized to the full potential, with the exception of Michael Keaton's Vulture, who might be the best realized person in the whole movie. Despite being a tad too scant, the promised high school stuff is really fun where it's there. The school feels like a real high school and the characters talk like high schoolers talk. I especially enjoyed Jacob Batalon's Ned, who gave the films a nice running breeze. The music is also really generic. As bad as it may have been, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 soundtrack at least had some weirdly memorable stuff. Here there's nothing, and that's a huge letdown seeing that was Michael freaking Giacchino who did the score. I was anticipating the soundtrack eagerly from the moment it was announced, and we just got really bland wallpaper. Overall, Spider-Man Homecoming is still a moderately good film with general senses and fun action and hilarious moments, but as a Spider-Man film, it feels empty and soulless. I'm going to give Spider-Man Homecoming a 7 out of 10. If you're wondering where this ranks in my Spider-Man film list, from worst to best, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, Amazing Spider-Man, then we have Homecoming, then we have Spider-Man 2002, and of course Spider-Man 2 at the top. And it may remain there for a long time yet. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and share this video, it really helps out, and please subscribe if you feel sufficiently inclined.